All right, we're back after defending the palace. I think we got to go back to the bridge. It says talk to the Vox Master. He's going to give us some information. Question the audience. Let's get it. Get back. Go ahead and level our guys up. But firing, nah, he's heavy weapons. I need to get his strength up, bro. All this stuff is locked up. The first attack in combat with any no. Gain a +6 deflection against the burning effect and flame weapons. While wearing heavy armor, Forge World characters gain 1 calculation relations. Forge World characters can use this. No. The Emperor protects. I don't think he has heavy armor. We're gonna go ahead and rock him out though, just in case we get that. Deal +5% of target's max wounds, more damage to an opening. The Bringer of Doom. Whenever the assassin attacks an enemy with a single target attack, this attack reduces the armor. Create an opening. Chance to deal. Let's do this deadly calculation. Resilient beacon. So already surround them is hit. The Vanguard grants the ally 5 temporary wounds once per round. I like that. That means it gives them some extra health. Critical versatility. When the Arch Militant attacks targets that have their dodge reduced, always ready. I want it always ready. Yep. Pierce the armor. She's been doing pretty good recently. She's getting stronger. I mean, maybe I just know how to use her moves better, but she's doing pretty dang on good. Allies that are targeted by the Navigator's power gain +10 armor. That's wonderful. I think those are 2 passes, but they're gonna work. Breaking point. What does she need? Toughness. All right, we're ready to go. Let's get back.
I'm still new to the art of exploring.
Operation successful.
What door is this?
With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars.
I have learned much in my exile.
Know your duty. We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours. The Divine watches over us.
I definitely didn't see anything.
To the end.
Experience. Nothing matters more.
With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars. Know your duty.
No place like home. You secured the Argonis. It says, welcome back, Lord Captain. During your absence, we assisted the ground forces by coordinating their movements from orbit. Detailed casualty and damage report have been submitted for your, per usual. It is with deepest awe that I inform you that the timely intervention and the resilience of the world's defenders managed to break the back of the raid, which had threatened to turn into a protracted war. The Argonis suffered losses, but The Hive has sufficient capacity to restore the administrative networks and the industries as expeditiously as possible. The world remains intact despite the insidious blow dealt by the Xenos. It says, I have been given Scalander's reports that he failed to deliver in time. They indicate that Xenos activity dropped sharply after you departed for the Cinerus Malfactum. Considering the scale of the Dargonis raid, it is safe to assume that the Drukhari used of all the forces at their disposal and may now require some time to replenish those losses. Without Achilles, we are blind to the scheming of the enemies of humanity, but our strategists are still hoping for a lull in attacks and raids, which will allow us to gather our strength for a new conflict. Lord Captain, permission to report. Your wise Lex mechanics have analyzed the state of the Protectorate. They believe that thanks to your decisive actions, the acute phase of the crisis is past. The domain of the Von Valacian dynasty is no longer facing dissolution and ruin. This is in honor of such a resounding triumph, Dargonis, as the capital ward of your dynasty's domain is currently making preparations for the Magnae Ascensio, a grand ceremony of your public induction as the heir of the Honorable Theodore von Valancius. Should have been done that. Governor Drivestem has vowed that not even the recent devastating and tragic events will be permitted to cast a shadow over this most glorious occasion. I have only just returned from Dargonis. What kind of celebrations can they hope to hold amid the ruins? Why would I need some ceremony? It's an ancient tradition of the Von Valancian dynasty. When the heir ascends to rogue trader status, they take a sacred oath of fealty to the emperor and announce themselves as a steward on the dynasty's vassal worlds. It is an act of faith that is meant to remind the rogue trader of their mission. In the eyes of your subjects, you are already a rogue trader. It is now time to become one in the eyes of the emperor. Alright. Do not underestimate Governor Drivestem's desire to find favor with your lordship. At this very moment, thousands of your subjects are clearing rubble, washing away bloodstains, sweeping the streets, and transporting corpses to the lower sectors. The wardens have been tasked with clearing the ceremony venue of the injured and those who were burned out of their houses. They will be forcibly moved to the industrial levels. Rest assured, by the start of the festivities, the capital's wounds will be, if not healed, then well hidden under elaborate set dressing. Alright. That much is certain. That's not all there is to it. There will also be a reception, as well as other notable guests. The distinguished road traders, Caligos, Winterscale, and Insidia Chorta will be in attendance. It will be a great honor for Dargonis to host 3 illustrious dynasties at once. Your servants wish to know your opinion on 2 matters related to the ceremony arrangements, the first of which is what festivities or activities are to take place in the capital on this glorious day. Execute every known embezzler, scoundrel, and con man. I wish to hear prayers and witness to people's faith. It will be done. The Emperor protects House Von Valancius. Continue. The second matter on your servant's mind is which 2 of your closest companions will be given the honor of standing by your side during the ceremony. Who will stand with me? Ablar been doing pretty good though. He's the homie. Argenta and Jay. I'm gonna put Argenta and Jay. Nah, we gonna leave Ablard out. Ablard been holding it down. Ablard deserves his place. The servants of House Valancius will see in this the continuity of the dynasty's glorious traditions continue? And who will be your second companion? Sister Argenta? She been doing good. If I put this chick up there, she's like an upstart. She'd be like Littlefinger. She just weaseling her way up the freaking ladder of chaos. If I bring her, then that's fine too. There we go. A great boon for the navigator. Yeah, we'll do that. I will see to it that your instructions are delivered to Dargonis, the master of ceremonies at the palace. Will report to you when the capital is ready to praise your name. Yeah, we'll go with that because she's a navigator. She's been holding it down. Jay would have been she would have turned into freaking the bowling chick. Deacon, following the Omniside's guidance, I request permission to execute the report protocol that entails describing sub-optimalities within the recent operations of the ship systems and subsequently proposing the appropriate course of action. I'm listening. Initiating an exposition. With Omniside's blessing, I conducted several sessions of tech meditation in an effort to transpose the available data streams into a matrix of patterns. The data subjected to this analysis comprised evidence of deviations in the operation of the ship systems and the servitors, as well as irregularities in the algorithms of the ship's log. I've arrived at the following conclusion. This vessel's machine spirit is most extraordinary. A full cycle of sacred diagnostics must be performed, followed by a complete ritual. This ritual will force the spirit responsible for these recent events to reveal itself. Once it does, we will be able to understand its nature, take action applicable to the said nature. What kind of action? Applicable to the entity that appears before us. If it is a machine spirit of great might, we might appease it and humbly ask about the reasons behind the portents it has shown us. If it's an abomination of tech heresy, the complete Menta ritual will help us purge the ship of its unhallowed presence. Complementa. Is my presence necessary? Affirmative. For the complementary ritual to take place, activation via the blood of the dynasty is required. All of the ship's high protocols are activated with the key of blood. Very well, let us proceed with your ritual. You have my gratitude, Deacon. I will notify my tech comrades to begin their preparations for the complementa ritual. They have spent the assigned number of cycles in prayer and vigil. Everything is prepared for the CR of cleansing. Its commencement will require an authorization key in the form of the blood. If you are ready, place a hand into the cyber gargoyle receiving module. Where is the crew? All personnel whose function is below critical have been removed for the duration of the sacred ritual. Do you have at least a vague idea what the problem is? The bounds of possibility are vast and cannot be certain what we are dealing with until the calculations are complete. However, there exists a risk that all that we have observed here on the ship are manifestations of abominable intelligence. All right. Accept it. What's going on? It's proceeding as in. What the heck? Hello to you. The entity, it's here. Do something. Hello to you too. Nomos are glad to be speaking. Nomos have long been here. Why are we here? What are you? We are Nomos. Uses hands and mechadendroids to gesture at the silent Vox system. What do you want from us? Are you a friend or a foe? Like, did you... This is... No data available, no answer. We want to know, too. Are you a machine spirit? You don't know themselves. Did you silence Pascal? Only quiet. Can you render other people silent, too? Sometimes, some people, Nomos can do many things. We do not always know what or how. We did not know we could make silence until now. Make it stop now. Extraordinary. Extraordinary transmission jamming. Unknown protocols. What has been revealed to me is it the Omniscience's glory or foul tech heresy? I would like to. What do you want from us? We are your blood. Nomos are sentinel. We awoke when the strange light invaded the ship. We protected you when you needed help. We escorted you when you were surrounded by danger. Our movement, we carry you through the frightening, the waiting, the measureless. We helped when our ailing heart was refusing to awaken. You asked for rescue. We did as you asked. The warp engine activation against all probability during our escape from the Rycat system. The Category 3 miracle manifested by the ship's machine spirit, and the part about protecting, was it during the cultist attack? We did everything to please you. Why? Why do you fear us now? I do not fear you. I'm trying to understand you. Enjoy understanding too. Entities such as this one ought to be addressed using the language of sacred rituals and offerings. Your unskillful meddling bodes ill. A decision is required of you. Either the CR is finished or it is replaced by a rite of tech communion. In the first scenario, the entity Nomos will be banished and the sacred data halls into the sacred data halls where the entity dwelt will be reset. In the second scenario, we will appease the entity and learn more about it. We're doing with the second one, bro. Wants to help. Okay. Let's start by clearing certain things up. Were you the one responsible for the ship's malfunctions, and what is your take on this? Understanding the essence of the entity is beyond my reach at present. The hypothesis spectrum ranges from the extreme of abominable intelligence to the extreme of the Great Spirit is the omniscience apostle. The rite of tech communion appears to be a reasonable solution. The rite will take many cycles, but it will allow me to come closer to identifying the entity and making contact with it. Alright, I've heard enough. You are to investigate the nature of this entity till we know the truth. He's allowed to exist in the ship. Alright, here we go. The decision is made. I will begin my preparations for the communion rite at once. Many cycles of interactions with the entity Nomos await me, but I welcome the task and accept it. Nomos are glad. Will you speak with us too? We want you to speak with us too. Lord Captain's body lacks the sacred implants necessary for tech communing with the machine spirit's code, but if such is your wish, Deacon can converse with you using low sound speech as he is doing right now. I will speak with you. Oh Lord, he's been lonely. Bro, we ain't gonna do that now. Our work is done. I will let my tech comrades know that we are stopping the ritual. Thank you for appearing before us. All right, well, we got some AI or whatever. The computer about to help us out. That's what it is, though. What have you been doing? We've been studying and observing and helping the ship when we can. So many mechanisms. They would have suffered without our input. What about the research? The name is also known to us is related to this, although we do not understand it. How? Talk to Nomos about Theodoros caches. Okay. He said talk to him about the cache. How'd we do that? Talk to the master of ceremonies. Perhaps the answer to the mystery. Alright, let's go talk to these fools. Has something happened? We just had a ship-wide broadcast. What broadcast? There was a ship-wide broadcast while you and Mistress Adaria were relaxing. I mean, there was a broadcast of your relaxation activities. Bruh, that was like 3 weeks ago. I have a question. What was this, sabotage or criminal negligence? So what did you make of the broadcast? Extraordinary, your lordship. As the father of a rather large family, I can assure you that you have upheld the name of the dynasty, your lordship. This feat meets the high expectations placed on the God Emperor's envoy in every sense of the word. Danrock's comments burst the dam. There is an enteric uproar on the bridge. Your officers, who are not often exposed to such entertainment, are no longer able to contain the tempest of emotion swirling inside them. And who heard it? Everyone did. Okay, whatever. With the exception of Deck 18, the Vox relay there happened to be out of order at the time. There will be no further discussion of this incident. Forget everything. Is this a I have a question. Was it sabotage? It was neither. The Vox broadcast was initiated from inside your chambers by someone who was present there. I suppose if it wasn't you, it must have been Mistress Adaria. I am unauthorized to terminate such broadcasts except in cases where they explicitly jeopardize the safety of the vessel and her crew. Bring her here. I have a question for her. This girl crazy, man. That's why I didn't let her stand up there beside me. Report received, Mistress Hadari. I feel a harsh punishment about to befall me. I beg you to show mercy. To avoid broadcasting her punishment, whatever it may be. Never do it again. Is that understood? Execute the smuggler for making a mockery of the rogue trader. I ain't gonna kill her, though. We ain't gonna kill her. I'm gonna tell her don't do that. I will not make the same mistake twice. No, you won't. Indeed, you will probably come up with something new next time. See, he's on something. Aside from this incident, nothing worthy of note occurred. What's happening? Aside from the incident, nothing worthy of note occurred during the Watchlord, Captain. Can you recall anything unusual about Theodora's travels? All of Lady Theodora's journeys could be considered unusual. Her odysseys were always audacious. As for the words you mentioned, none of them sound familiar to me, as far as I can tell. except maybe the incident. I recall coming across this word in transmission several times. I think it was reported by the former engine seer who perished during Conrad von Voigt's uprising. He was describing it as an incident, something quite remarkable. Apparently, at some point in the past, the entire ship was hit by a massive system failure. All systems stopped responding for 1/5 of a second. Most of the crew, including myself, as I was likely on board at the time, did not notice anything strange, but tech priests are sensitive to such things. That is all I can tell you. It says, forgive me, I have no information that would be adventurous to you at this moment. I live the sword. Okay. Who do we need to talk to now? Talk to the master of ceremony. The right questions may jog his memory. Okay. Let's go talk to Hector Dane. Where's this dude at? Oh, there he is. Lord Captain, at your service. Does the word epita mean anything to you? Or perhaps incident? It all has something to do with Theodore's travels. Can't say they do. Doesn't ring any bells. Then again, remembering all the places Theodore went is epita incident. We've always had heaps of incidents happening on board. Though my implants, I feel at one with the ship, and I sensed that I don't know when it happened exactly. It started behaving differently, became more responsive, livelier. Yes, livelier is exactly the word. And when you said epita and incident, it just dawned on me. Part of my bungle report, Lord Captain, but that's all I've got to say on the front. All right. All right, let's go see what this chick is talking about.
Words cannot describe how boring the bridge is without our stimulating conversations.
It says, why don't we talk about gifts? If you're not opposed, of course.
Gifts? What do you mean?
Never mind.
I have enjoyed your company. Thank you for the conversation.
Alright. Let's go talk to Abelard. You know, he got promoted. Well, he gets the honor of standing beside us, so. He's been holding it down in combat.
Lord Captain.
See if he knows anything about this.
No, definitely not. No, I don't recall anything like that.
Okay.
Lord Captain.
Perhaps the answer to the mystery of Nomo's origins will present itself in time. We had to go back and talk to the master of ceremony. Let's take the usual suspects. You get out of there. Let's bring Now you get to come. Talk to the master of throne room, the palace. All right. They definitely cleaned this place up quick. Now, who do they want me to talk to? It says a grand ceremony is about to take place. Overseeing the preparations, the master of ceremonies who is waiting in the palace. I don't know who the master of ceremony is. Oh, there he is. Lordship, is a great honor to serve you in an undertaking as monumental and glorious as the Magne. You have been entrusted with arranging the festivities. I have indeed, your lordship. I have been given the honor of being steward of this eminent palace, and on the occasion of your lordship's ascension, I will be overseeing the preparations for the ceremony. To whom you entrusted the arrangements for the festivities wishes you good fortune, and is sincerely delighted to serve you as they've served the Honorable Theodora von Valacius before you. Is everything ready? The palace decorations are prepared, and we are ready to begin at your command. The festive activities in the capital have likewise been arranged, and the guests of honor either have arrived on the planet or await an invitation in their orbit. The servants are already in your chambers to see to it that you are impeccably guarded for the occasion. Then let us begin. Yeah, let's get the party started. All right, let's check out my ceremony. Oh yeah, there we go. Got our tanks out here, soldiers, information. crowd below is roiling. Rejoice, subject of Dargonus. You have been granted the felicity of witnessing your master, a great honor bestowed upon us by rogue trader Deacon Von Valencius. Yeah. Gracious savior of Dargonus and the vanquisher of the blaspheming inhumans, may their unholy kind perish in the flames of righteousness. Cleanser of Janus, who with one hand brought death upon the blaspheming Xenos, and with the other exterminated the despicable worshippers of the arch enemy. Oh, you know we going full dogmatic. Praise the Emperor, faithful souls. The darkness around us may be fierce, but the blaze in our hearts is fiercer still. Evil will burn. There we go. We gotta love that. So much gold and white. That's the colors. Adequate Dargonus has not disappointed. You remember the next part, yes? Your lordship will be asked to take the oath. Let the oath of the Von Valencius dynasty be taken. Please repeat after me, your lordship. I, Deacon Rogue Trader, by the grace of the Emperor, vow to be the paragon of humanity. Unbroken by adversity, to walk bravely first into darkness, to unite and reclaim what was lost, to triumph over nightmares untold, to hold boldly the remains of fate, and to walk steadily the road of thorns through pain to greatness. Yup. Enjoy the reception. Nice. Let's get this reception going. That says the nobles of the Protectorate and influential guests have gathered at a reception in honor of me. Why would it be in honor of her? The social occasion is a political event where alliances will be forged, which is why the rogue trader must seize the opportunities presented to him. The master of ceremony should be notified of the end of the reception. Talk to the rogue trader's winter scale. Okay, let's talk to these fools. I gotta find them. Where they at? Throne room. Okay. What are we looking for again? Chorda and Winter Scale. Hear people shooting. see what this guy's talking about. Yeah. Smile graciously. This is a great day, your lordship. I welcome you to my palace, honored guest. It says, look at the guest. Let's see, what are you discussing just now? We were talking about the brutal Xenos raid on our fair Dargonis. So many victims, so much damage to our industries. Thank you, Emperor, that you are a protector. If it weren't for you, the cursed invaders would have obliterated the whole planet. Sharing the sector with the blasted Xenos is impossible. I hope we respond to their raid on Dargonis with a punitive campaign. Let's see. Talk to Sourback. What's your name? Your lordship, allow me to introduce the daughter of Chancellor Clementa Westerland and my great-granddaughter, Astardia. I'm delighted to witness you, your lordship. Modesty forbids my esteem. Forbear to say this himself, so I will. Our entire family is grateful to you for wishing to see someone of Westerland blood at your side as you claim your inheritance. How are you finding the reception? It's difficult to put in words, your lordship. Never before have I seen such a grand and striking ceremony. Nice. Where are the rest of your kin? They're in the city, preoccupied with running the festivities and watching over some of the more crucial services. No incidents can be allowed to ruin your ceremony. I asked the esteemed Ablar to put me to some important task too, but he bid me to attend the reception where I can do nothing to serve your lordship. Yeah. So you wish to become my servant as well? Of course, I've been working on a project for the last 4 years we could set up. Enough. I highly doubt that his lordship is interested in listening to the fantasies of a young woman about how to run his protectorate. This is quite true. I am really not interested. Hold your tongue. I decide who may speak and who may not. Please continue. Our suggestion is to set up a chain of stations in the void, plasma beacons that would signal the passing ships. By placing them at a logically sound location, we could simplify our ship's route so that they may slip long warp jumps into a series of safer, shorter jumps from one beacon to another. This would have a positive effect on the overall safety of journeys and the accessibility of colonies. Oh, she's smart. He surveys the quiet nobles. Yeah. It says, I hope the Westerland family gives Abelard credit for that he deserves. Absolutely. We greatly respect him for his wisdom, and he repays us with attention and kindness. Cool. I'm obliged, dear. Enjoy the evening. Let's see. Nah, to this dude. Let's talk to him. I do. This pestilence against the Emperor must be exterminated. Or they must be forced into servitude. Many Xenos are more useful alive and obedient than dead. It pleases me to see such earnest face. I must commend you. Let's see. The Honorable forbade, but did not let me go to battle yet, right? It must have been difficult for this youth to foster such bloodlust towards enemy of the Imperium without ever having seen one at a blade's distance. Is obviously still the leader of Dargonis aristocracy, but judging by the courtesy he is showing the young Sauerback. He clearly wants to strengthen his relationship with that house. The senior Sauerback and Gaprak are whispering in another corner. Whose family seems to be giving you the cold shoulder must be trying to sway Gaprak to his side, huh? Which could be quite advantageous to Lady Gaprak. After all, the disaster on Kaya Vagama has left her family in an extremely vulnerable position. The Weserians stand apart. Their exclusion from the rest is palpable. My greetings to the member of the Holy Inquisition. It says, he responds with a, and my greetings to you, esteemed Deacon von Valancius. May shadows never darken the light of the Astronomicon that guides you. Glory to the von Valancius heir. Lord Inquisitor relaxed expression radiates an odd sense of menace. He is akin to a predator on the prowl, content to hide in the bush of fake smiles and elegant conversation for now. Among the many augmentations that stand out is the horribly melted, deformed cogitator connected to the tech priest's head. How is it working is baffling. What is twice as baffling is that the tech priest hasn't replaced it yet. What unpredictable influence can this ruined implant have on his mind? And who is this member of the honorable priesthood? This is Brass Whisper, which naturally is not his real name. The esteemed Magos is a member of my retinue. There are times when I am forced by duty to the Emperor to deal with the xenotechnology, and Brass Whisper ensures my safety in such moments. Works that have been desecrated by Xenos are dangerous. They warrant. His whispers cut off, replaced by heavy, ragged breathing. It seems that the tech priest's quiet voice is not an extravagant quirk, but rather a consequence of some injury. After catching his breath, Brass Whisper continues. Warrant due to caution. An unexpected visit, I wasn't told. Alright, enjoy the party. I am ready to accept your congratulations. In that case, allow me to be the first one to offer them. My soldiers took this splendid trophy from the body of one of the Xenos commanders. The weapon is too beautiful and forbidden for anyone but your lordship. Yeah. Like this out, young Sauerback squeezes through to be the next, pushing aside with confidence. Your lordship, how Sauerback anticipates the onslaught of unsettling and bloody times. To make an ungodly Xenos cower at your approach, my family humbly presents you with a dozen pieces of secondary armament for your ship. Severed hand. House Garpak is delighted to present you this blessed work of Omniscience Smiths. May this locator matrix, which took the holy artisan an entire lifetime to create, always show you the right path. I appreciate you. Your lordship, House Wesserin possesses no relics worthy of your acceptance, but we are rich in talent and hardworking people. As a sign of your loyalty, I humbly offer you my flesh and blood. 100 of my kin will go to colonies in your protectorate and use all their talents so that the world in your charge may prosper. Alright, we out. I think I gotta go into the palace to meet these people, right? Talk to the road trader. Where are they? Throne room. Okay, let's go back into the building. We didn't hit these people up. Now we gotta talk to old girl real quick, I think. All right, once we get this done, then we'll go ahead and cut the episode. We're getting a little long. It's almost an hour in. Once we get over like an hour and 20 minutes or so, it takes a while for the videos to upload. So we have to be mindful of that, even though we're having a great time at our reception. we got to get cut this a little short. All right, let's see. Here we go. Winter scale. Talk to the old girl right here. Deacon, it's my pleasure to congratulate you on claiming your inheritance. Now you can carry upon your shoulders the great duty entrusted to us by the Emperor himself, to oversee the sector and remain vigilant as we strike down any and all corruption that dare to raise its head in your domain. You've been acquainted but a moment, and you're already getting to work on the new blood with your sermons. Then again, word is that you are as thick as thieves already. Well then, Deacon, you are equal now. Is that it? Huh. We road traders should stand against evil together, shoulder to shoulder, even if someone is trying to shoulder us out of the way. I welcome you to my domain, honored guest. This one has teeth. He knows that there are no friends among road traders, only rivals. Don't worry, we won't try to bite a piece out of your protectorate today, so as not to ruin the celebration. Rein in your avarice, Caligos. All that you own belongs to the Emperor, and you are nothing more than a steward. And all of the esteemed deacons possesses are likewise his property. Surely you would not dare to lay claim to which belongs to him. Your support is greatly appreciated. Huh. As is yours. I come bearing generous gifts for your protectorate. It is a sign of my gratitude to you for not being tempted by the words of Footfall's masters and for not going against me. Road traders must unite against heresy and waywardness. I hope you will become my trusted ally and not follow in Theodora's footsteps. The priest holds up his hand in a placating gesture. None are without fault, noble Incendia. What point is there in targeting someone for their turpitude when true purity can never be found? How is Footfall these days? I appreciate the gesture, but I must decline. Your gifts feel too much like dividing the spoils of a robbery. I'll thank you for your visit. The Emperor's faithful must support each other. I swear on his name, if you two start a ligatory right now, I'm going to go back to my ship. Winterscale. What do you think of the celebration? I like it. One can instantly tell that we've been invited by a road trader, not some administrative bootlicker. We are conquerors of wild sectors, slayers of unknown beasts, executioners of Xeno's empires. Bro, didn't I come and help you on one of your planets? You should take this opportunity to learn. This is what the palace of a true rogue trader looks like. Not like a Xeno menagerie, a pirate's treasure hold, or however difficult it may be for you to believe it, an orbital brothel. Enjoy the evening. I must take my leave. Winterscale, I'm starting to get the impression that you don't like me. Let's see what he says. Am I supposed to? After you and Cydia made off with my footfall, it's bad enough that a warp storm has ravaged my protectorate and ruined my hunt, and now my dearest comrades are busy divvying up my territories behind my back. He's right. Footfall must be returned into its custodianship now. You abandoned Footfall to its fate, and she saved it. I heard that you were a daring explorer, hunter, and trader, but all he does is blame circumstances for his failures. Me and City at the Warp Storm, anything but himself. Bro, yeah, I'm gonna have to put you in your place with this one. You wish to serve as an example and show everyone how to endure the whims of fate? Excellent. While Footfall was in my charge, I graciously guarded its trade routes, but now their safety is no longer my concern. In accordance with my privileges, I hereby declare Furibundus and the neighboring system to be a free hunting zone. Any item of cargo procured in it by a subject of mine will be considered a fair trophy rather than the proceeds of piracy. How fares your protector? Protectorate? More like the bleeding scraps of one. The warp storm tore its shreds, but my servants will piece it back together, and if they don't, I'll chop off their heads and find myself more capable helpers. He's acting like a true rogue trader, unaware of the value of money and never a cloud on his... Okay. Of course you are. I doubted you would be glad if I came here with an army and reduced your capital to ruin. Yeah, bro. You're about to get it. Oh, believe me, I intend to enjoy myself to the full. To justify so long a voyage if nothing else. Keep the faith, Deacon. The Emperor protects. Yeah, I don't like that dude. So, he's on my radar. Order the master ceremony. Okay, talk to them to end the reception. Let me see. Is there anybody else out here? We're going to do the void beacons. Alright, let's see. Is there anybody else I need to talk to? I don't think there's anybody else to talk to in here. Oh, perfect. A group of aristocrats stand apart. My congratulations, your lordship. May the Omnissiah grant you understanding. How are you these days? The corruption of Kayavagama was a great blow to our family. The contemptible Cubist Delphine betrayed our trust, desecrated our forged cathedrals, and took my esteemed cousin's life. On behalf of my family, I humbly beg you to forgive our negligence. I am ready to accept any punishment. Unfortunately, her augmented facial expressions limit her range of emotions. Her synthesized voice conceals lies too easily. Huh. I too think that you are to blame for everything. I gave you my word. Kayavagama will be rebuilt in all its splendor. What the hell is this? I swear on the Omnissiah's all-encompassing insight, we will make every effort to justify the cost of its resurrection. It was only a year ago that none could doubt House Gapric's usefulness. Yet here you are, on your knees, justifying the cost. I am a servant of the Von Valetius dynasty. Had I not come, I would have committed an act of unacceptable insolence and damaged my family's honor. Offers you a charming smile as if apologizing for her husband's vitriolic tone. I wish to know more about House Sourback. As visibly vexed by this shift in the conversation, his wife offers you a reserved smile. You know, you playing with the man now, brother. It's an honor to be in your company, your lordship. Says, it's my pleasure. Marius is lucky to have such a beautiful wife, perhaps more so than are you to have him. Nah, we won't hit him with that one. 45. You know, a person could kill for a woman so gorgeous. Ha, that would be funny, wouldn't it? Let's go with this. I wouldn't dream of claiming to bear any resemblance to a great saint. I lack her virtue. Regina gives you a charming smile. Meanwhile, Terina and Macarius are watching the conversation unfold, not quite believing their eyes and ears. Boy, we going crazy. Chuckle. You know, a person could kill for a woman so gorgeous. Huh. We're gonna say that. We can go with this one, see if it works. We got a 50-50 on it. This one we got 75. I beg your mercy. He does not deserve death. I hope this won't be the end of our acquaintance. You wouldn't mind if I wrote you from time to time, would you? You wouldn't mind, would you? I promise to answer whenever I'm not occupied with conquest and destructions of the enemies of humanity. Yeah, I'm giving this dude exactly what he wants. You can almost hear the crunching of teeth as he answers in a high and hate-filled hiss. Certainly not. I promise to answer when I'm not occupied with conquest and destruction. I daren't count on such generous courtesy, your lordship. A high honor for House Sourback. Yep. Bows his head without too much reserve. I've been illuminating, giving me plenty of food for thought. Around the hall. What can you tell me about my guest? Well, it's all about throwing darts at your portrait. He is more astute at choosing women than enemies. He's trying to entice Gapper to his side, but she's too frightened after the fiasco. Even in leisure, you never cease to be able to be of help. I appreciate it. Stop it. Do you ever act like anything other than a grubby spy? No. That is why they call it the unsleeping eye of the Inquisition. Even asleep, I hear everything. Before this gala concludes, there is something I'd like to tell you. Be careful today. I sense that a wave of darkness will soon hit our defensive lines, and I hope that I will still get a chance to meet you there as an ally. Looks rather anxious, dressed surprisingly plainly for an aristocrat. He came with a receptive companion, a woman of dazzling beauty wearing a gilded augment necklace. Yep. While silently listening intently to every word, leave silently. Yeah. Yeah, like how I handled that? That's what he gets. Don't come to my reception with that little attitude. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and save it right here. I'm gonna go out to tell the Master of Ceremonies to go ahead and end it. If you guys did like this episode, please hit the like, hit the subscribe. Let me know what you guys think about decisions that I made during this whole episode. If you guys have any suggestions, please leave those down below. If you have any games that you'd like to see me play in the future, let me know. With that being said, I appreciate you guys for spending time and checking out the video, and I'll catch you in the next one.